Hello guys, how are you wherever you are? I hope you're fine and you had a merry Christmas. I had a good one too, though it was my first time to have Christmas in Nairobi. That was a scam. Trust me, that was a scam. Mimi Mluya, Nairobi Christmas, never again. Anyway, if you're a new member here, if you're seeing this face for the first time, karibu sana, you're welcome to this channel. If you are a returning subscriber, if you know you've been here, you've been holding me down since day one. We are on our 12th episode, guys, 12th episode. And this should be our second month. We are almost closing our second month on this channel. Nasta wadanganya, I'm so indebted. Nashukuru sana for your support. And I hope, hata mimi, I haven't let you guys down. That's why I keep saying, if you have anything that you think we should do to enhance our channel, because you're part of this, kindly feel free to always comment, always inbox me, even to my social media accounts. Msikae tu hapo na you're feeling like, I wish Nelly could do this so that we move. I wish Nelly, please don't wish. Tell me so that it happens, because this is our channel. So, before we get in today's video, I'm asking and I'm urging you people, and if you know you have not even given me a subscriber extra, this is now your turn to tell that person seated next to you to kindly hit that subscribe button so that we get into our today's video. We all know the essence of this group. It's about growth. We are growing. I'm growing on this end, you're growing on the other end. I am smiling already because, yes, the reason why I decided to do this video, it's because when I'm talking about tree planting, when I'm talking about constructions, I don't just talk about them for you to know what I've achieved. I talk about them because I know they are possible. I talk about them because I already know how profitable they are. So that's why I don't want any question to go unanswered or any explanation to go unexplained, because this is the reason for the main purpose for this channel. Of course, once in a while ndawatupia hizo vitu zenye hazifai kutupika hapa, lakini itabidi because I don't want you guys to be bored, and I also want us to have this growth that is also fun. Someone already mentioned, Nelly, you've already told us about the trees and stuff, the type of trees you've planted, but we can't calculate the cost. Tujue kama pia si tunaweza jiingisha kwa history ama hapana. So I'm just here to tell you that tree planting, I think it is the easiest investment you can take part in, a sure investment that you can take part in, and the steps are also not that hard. And this is not the kind of farming that will need a lot of your attention. You don't really have to be there. You don't really have to, you don't have to put so much into it in terms of cost. So I'm just going to break down exactly what we need to have this plantation going. So we are going to concentrate on only 3 things: land, the type of trees you want to plant, and the weather in that location that you want to plant your trees from. So when I'm talking about land, you either have a personal land which you've either bought or you've inherited, or if you don't have a land, you can as well lease for those years that you want to plant the trees. Because I know so many people have idle lands that they're not using and they don't know what to do with them. So then the second thing, the type of trees that you want to plant, and the reason why you want to plant that specific kind of tree. So for me, I chose Bluegum. We call it mitimbao because it is mostly used for either construction, mostly roofing, the roofing part of the construction, or it can be used for furniture. It can be used for, this electrical, whatever, poles and stuff. And then we also have weather to consider, which is very important. I remember when I was planting my trees, I was supposed to plant them in around November, but my mom made me wait. I had to postpone and plant them in April, now last year, because I couldn't plant them in November the other year because the weather there was no water, like there was no enough rain. And when you're starting to plant the trees, you need a lot of water. And this is not to discourage those people who don't have water in whatever location they want to plant, because unaweza jitolea. Investment ni kujitolea. Unaweza jitolea and just do like the normal water. It doesn't even matter how big the farm is. You can decide to do your own watering, the kind of watering you can try, or like the one you can manage. You'll just move with it. So you should always consider the weather, and if you know the weather will never consider you, you can as well consider yourself by arranging how to water those trees before they start like being dependent on themselves. Yes. So after checking out those 3 things, now we have the land, we have the type of trees, and we have already checked out the weather where we are going to plant. So we start. And how we start is by preparing the land. And when we are talking about preparation of the land, I mean thorough preparation. For me, I was advised to use a tractor, not just to put like normal human labor there. So we used a tractor so that it can go deeper and, you know, just do a very perfect preparation. Then after preparing with the tractor, we took like another 1 week, or was it, I think 1 to 2 weeks, before now we did the clearance of the farm. Clearance now means getting rid of anything that can hinder our growth and, you know, all those aspects, because now we are ready. We are now ready to do the plantation. We are now ready to do the planting. Okay. Now, by the time I was planting the trees, I was told fertilizer is extremely important. And by that time, a bag was going for 5,600. That should be less than 2 years ago. So I don't know how much it is now, but that was the amount by then. 5,600 a bag. So you will need the fertilizer when you're planting. Remember, you've already prepared the farm, you've cleared the farm now, and you have your trees. And for my trees, I got them at 8 shillings per seedling. So I don't know how much it costs now, but that was the amount I got by then. You can get them as low as 5, but I will talk about where to get the trees again, so that you don't just go for the cheapest tree that you can get anywhere. Yeah, so after we have already gotten now the trees, we have the fertilizer, and now you get people. You can as well use the tractor, or you can get people to help you with now creating the holes to plant those trees, because it's not also like just easy. You don't just make those holes that we make when we are doing maize farming and stuff. And the reason I settled on Bluegum, and also why I also don't want you to just wake up and say, yo, I want to plant cypress, I want to plant, I don't know, this other kind of tree. It's because I think it's advisable, mostly if you're doing a large investment, to please go to KEFRI. KEFRI is Kenya Forestry Research. Is it industry or okay? I'll just put it here. What it means, but it's called KEFRI. It has everything to do with forestry. So it has all type of trees and all the information. You'll get them there. So it is very wise and it's advisable to please go to KEFRI. I'm sure they're in most towns. Like for me, I come from Bungoma, but I was sent to Kakamega. That was the nearest KEFRI that was near the location that I wanted to plant trees. So depending on the location that you want to plant trees, you'll just Google around and see which KEFRI is around there. Even if you're in Nairobi and you want to plant your trees in Kitale, or you want to plant your trees in another location in Kenya, you go to a KEFRI next or near where you want to plant. Don't go to this one okay, you can go to the one in Nairobi. Like for me, I started with Muguga. where I got now the full advice of which kind of tree to plant and why to plant this kind of tree and which climate to consider. So you can start with any carefree in Nairobi where you are, or whichever town you are, just to get an insight of what you need and what you are supposed to do. Also, depending with the kind of trees you're planting, in regard to the land, you have to protect your land and you also have to protect your neighbor's land, mostly if they are also not taking part in tree planting, because you know what also trees can cause and their roots and stuff. So I always advise people who want to plant trees, the way I was also advised, to create trenches around your land. Like, just ensure that your land, like the next person, isn't affected with your tree planting. Okay? All said and done, I hope that I have given you satisfactory steps on tree planting. Thank you for watching this video to the end, and have a happy new year. Bye guys.